just pulled off a crazy comeback on chess.com, and today we're going to be breaking it down. Now, this was a 10-minute game at 800 elo, so let's go. Boom. That's always my opening move. I want to develop both my pawns, get the knights out, get this kind of structure going. But my opponent answers, just mirroring what I did. So bam, I bring out the knight, he brings out the knight. I push up the pawn, everything by the books. He decides to take, I take back. Then he sends out the bishop by the books, I take his knight. So far, everything by the books, and I have a slight advantage. Then boom, I send out the bishop, a good move. You know, I'm thinking, you know, I get the bishop there, maybe I get the queen, the queen to this square, then boom, you know what I'm saying, mate in one. But that's not going to happen because my opponent just had to bring out his knight. So I bring out my knight in a response, and then he decides to castle. So I think, you know what, I might as well castle. Like, part of me wanted to, like, bring an attack, you know what I'm saying? But I want my king protected, because sometimes they just find a way to, like, stop the castle, then my king's just cooked. Because, like, in the middle, only one pawn in front of him, he would be in trouble. So, boom. We decide to castle. My opponent pushes up his pawn, and then this is my mistake. Pretty big mistake. It says you allowed your opponent to eventually win a pawn. So, what I'm supposed to do is just take the pawn. But I did not do that. So, we are now in trouble. Bam! Opponent decides to send in the knight. We push up the bishop, which is a questionable move. I allowed it to be captured because 1, 2... I mean, then there's like a fork in here. Oh my goodness, we are cooked. So, anyway, he takes. I take with the pawn. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Okay, yeah, they're saying to push the knight first and then take. Which is probably better. Then again, you could just check my king. I mean, I feel like I'm in trouble regardless, but oh well. So, let's back up. Take his bishop. Boom. He forks. So, I send out the queen, which is a bad idea. I'm supposed to trap a piece. That's right. I'm just supposed to go here, but I don't really think he's trapped because he can just take the rook. I don't really know what that does. Also, like a free pawn, and then he forks my queen and the rook again. Like, I don't know. That's a better move. So, oh well, we save the queen. He takes the rook. Bam, we take the rook here. Now, I'm looking at this pawn right here. I'm thinking, you know, if there's some way we can push this pawn, we get the rook, we send in the queen. But right now, I'm cooked on the meter, as you can see. Minus 4.31. This is my game to lose. I mean, at 800 elo, are they going to make that many mistakes? We will have to see. But I decided to hang in there, man. I could have resigned, but I don't resign. So, bam. Pawn takes my bishop. It's now even worse. Now, I move the knight here. Because I'm thinking, okay, I get the knight here. I get the knight here. I push the pawn. We got boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to attack the f7 square. Okay, that is my plan right now. So, not a bad move, it says. Now they send in their queen, and then I sell again. I just gave up a knight. I don't know why. Why did I move the rook here? I think like a perpetual check, or I'm worried about my king. That's a dumb move. So anyway, they take the knight, and then I push up the pawn because I want to get my my king in escape square and keep this attack pointed at his king. You know what I'm saying? So they push back the queen. Then I offer a queen trade, and honestly, I think they should take, because like they are up so much material. Just take the queens off the board, do the trade, then you're up what, 2 rooks and a bishop, plus probably some pawns in there. Yeah, they're up 1 pawn. I don't know why they didn't trade. So instead they're like, nah, let's try and win some pawns. You feel me? I'm not giving up my queen, which is like, okay, you're just allowing me to stay in this game. So still, I'm crazy down on the meter, but gotta save the king. They take the pawn, but bam, I take the pawn. Apparently that's a missed opportunity. The bot wants me to defend the pawn, but like I don't even care at this point. Like I don't care. Plus they could take the pawn. I'll win a rook. Now I'm going up material. You know what I'm saying? I could probably win this pawn too. So I don't even know how that's a bad move. Really don't. But anyway, so they send up the bishop. We take the free pawn. Their queen takes this pawn, which just gives up the bishop. So bam, I take the bishop. Now it's like, all right, let's pull off a comeback here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to lose this game. Maybe I can figure this out. So they attack my queen, and I'm like, all right, bet. Boom. Send back the queen, pointed at this pawn, man. This is our way in, bro. This is our attack. We got it lined up. So still, as you can see right now, we are minus 4.83. Maybe I have like a 2 to 4% chance of winning. Not very good. So my opponent decides to send in the rook. I think they're trying to like line up some attack here, but I calculated, okay, you take the pawn. I can just take the rook. I mean, you can take, I guess, like whatever. So an inaccuracy, and that's when they started to lose, and then bam, I send in the pawn. I'm lining up this attack. I've been eyeing it this entire game. Okay, we are getting to stinking f7. And then this is where it swings, man. This is where the meter, watch this meter right now. Watch this meter. Boom! my gosh, bruh. Look at that. Have you ever seen a swing? Boom! Oh my goodness. This permits the opponent to force an eventual checkmate. What a blunder. And then this is just reminiscent of a puzzle. That's all it is. I just got to play it like a puzzle. So bam, I take the pawn. King is completely cooked. He has one move, or he can push up the rook. That's about all he can do. Either way, his king is completely cooked. So he pushes up the rook. Then I just take it. Now his king has to move back. Bam, the king goes back. And I can just move my queen here or here. Decided to go on the white square, and bam! Boom! That is a comeback, and we have just hit 825 elo. That is my peak in blitz games. So I hope you enjoyed. Like and sub, and stay joyful.